Hey everyone. In this video, I want to share with you a mindset shift that may help you with rejection and breakups. And it's recognizing that sometimes we may actually mourn the potential more than the person. Meaning, sometimes when we go through a rejection or a breakup, we feel really bad because we felt like we may have missed out on a great person. And that potential with them is gone. But what if so often we're actually more mourning the loss of that potential more than the actual person? Because the potential is what you could have created with them, a future that you would have shared with them. And we often have this tendency to create fantasies in our mind, right? Like a lot of you know what I'm talking about, where you envision a future with the person you like or whoever you're in a relationship with, and you kind of just, your mind plays tricks on you and starts creating like this future life with them that you can envision yourself creating with that person. And that's basically the potential that you're going to mourn when things no longer work out with that person, because you spent all this time creating this fantasy realm in your mind, and once they break up with you or they reject you, that fantasy realm is destroyed, it's gone. And that is the potential that we often may mourn more than the other person even. So it's a helpful thing to notice when this is happening, because it can kind of show you it's not so much about the person, but more so the fantasies you were creating in your mind. So it can give you something you can work on going forward, where you can strive to not buy into those fantasies as much. I mean, I've even made videos talking about this, because it can be a bit unhelpful to allow your mind to just run rampant with envisioning a future with somebody else, especially if it's just someone you like and you're not even in a relationship with them. Like, that's not very helpful to be picturing yourself like getting married or having children or whatever it may be. Like, one of the common ones that I would occasionally do in the past is I would like envision myself cooking with them in a kitchen and that sort of thing, like quite often with them only wearing an apron. But yeah, it would happen from time to time. And now I know even allowing yourself to envision that isn't helpful at all, because anytime you do that, you're kind of creating that potential in your mind and you'll get attached to that potential. But that potential is not reality, and it may not even be possible to obtain that potential in the future. It may just stay exactly as it is, potential, and nothing more. So yeah, you just want to train yourself to not buy into those fantasies as much. And the easiest way to do that is just to catch yourself when you're having those fantasies and just reject them in the moment and start thinking about something else. Just train your mind to say, nope, this isn't helpful. I'm not going to buy into this way of thinking, and just shift your focus elsewhere. Or what you can even do is reinforce what actually is happening in reality. So, for instance, my mind would often do this. I'm a bit of an overthinker, so my mind will run rampant at times. My mind would often do this when I'm just dating a woman and I really like her. If I could see myself getting into a relationship with her because she ticks off some of my boxes for that, then my mind may then start trying to envision doing things with her in the future. And I'll just say in those moments, I'll go, this isn't helpful. Let's reject this. Instead, let's focus on what's happening in reality. Does she actually seem to be interested in me? Is she returning my calls and text messages? Is she making an effort to meet up with me? Is she reaching out to me of her own accord, or is it always me reaching out to her? And basically, I'll just try to ask myself, does it seem like it's super difficult? Because if it is, she probably doesn't like me. But if it seems like she's reciprocating, then that's good. I'll just focus on that and say, okay, she probably likes me. Things are going well. And that's where I'll leave it. I'm not going to allow myself to envision a future with her, because I don't want to get wrapped up in that potential. So there you have it. Hopefully you can see what I'm getting at in this video, how so often we may mourn that potential more than the other person, because we just want to create that future with them, that future reality where we feel like everything is all amazing and glorious and the person is with us. Although if it's just the fantasy we're attached to, that person may not be all that important, because maybe you just want to create that fantasy with someone, and that someone doesn't matter. It can be anyone who likes you enough, whatever it may be. So it's just a helpful thing to realize, and then to work on not falling in love with that potential as much, going forward so it doesn't trip you up. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, like the video and leave a comment for the algorithm, and that's the easiest way you can help me out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci.